This is the first problem of Neetcode 150's contain duplicates. In this problem, you are given an array of integer and you have to check if there is a number in this array that appears more than once. If it is the case, you have a duplicate and you return true. Otherwise, you return false. So how do we solve this? A first approach is to check for each numbers if there is any number except m in the list that equals its values. So we're first gonna check 1 and we're gonna go see 7. Is 7 the same value as 1? No. So we're gonna continue. Is 4 the same value as 1? No. Then we're gonna continue. And we're gonna proceed until we either find a duplicate or we don't. So after 1, we're gonna go see 7 and check if there is a number in the rest of the list that equals its values. And we're gonna go through all the numbers in the list this way. So this is not super efficient as it has a time complexity of n squared because there is basically a for loop in a for loop. So a better way to solve this will be to first sort our list, meaning that we only have to check for the first immediate neighbor to see if we have a duplicate. So we're only gonna have one for loop and we're gonna go see if the number next to the one we're looking at has the same value. In this case, 1 and 3 are not the same, so we're gonna go put our pointer on 3 and see if its neighbor is the same as its value. No. And we're gonna go do this for the entire array. The problem with this solution is that sorting itself has a time complexity of n log n, which is not super efficient. There is a way to do better. So this way is to use a hash set. And we're gonna go through every numbers in the list and check if that numbers is already in the hash set. So we're gonna go see 1. Is 1 in the hash set? No, then we're gonna add it. Is 2 in the hash set? No, we're gonna add it. Is 3 in the hash set? No, we're gonna add it. And in the case where we are at the index, let's say 3 here, and we check if its value is present in the hash set, and we find that yes, its value is in the hash set, then we're gonna return true, meaning that we do have a duplicate. All right, so how do we code this solution? Well, first of all, we're gonna create a set. So we can call it visited. And then we're gonna go through each numbers in the array. So for in nums. And as we said earlier, if this num is in the hash set visited, we're just gonna return true. So in Python, we say if num in visited, return true. And after this, we're gonna add num to visited, because if we are still in the loop, it means that num is not in visited. So we're gonna add it to the hash set. And if we go through the entire array using the for loop and we never return true, it must mean that there is no duplicates. So we can return false. And you see it works. There's also a better solution which we can use in Python. And it uses the fact that a set is already going to remove the duplicates for you. So you might have guessed it, but a very wise solution that can only use one line will simply be to return the length of the set of nums. And you want to check if the length of the set without any duplicates is the same as the one we originally received. And if they're not the same length, it must mean that we have duplicates. So to do so, we can say, are they the same length? If they're not the same length, they're there is a duplicate. And if they are the same length, we're going to return false, meaning that there is no duplicate. And you're going to see that the solution works just fine. Great, so I hope you learned a bit in this video. And this was the solution to the problem 1 of Neetcode 150s contains duplicates.